Today we put up some of the most iconic horror movie villains and put them up in the Squid Game. Only one villain will walk away with all the money, so let's take a look at our contestants right here. So we got Jack Torrance, Annie Wilkes, Carrie White, Norman Bates, and Pinhead, Pumpkin Man, Tall Man. So Pumpkinhead, Tall Man, Hannibal Lecter, Pazuzu, and John Kramer, Freddy, and Candyman, Djinn, the Leprechaun, Angelica, and Captain Spaulding, The Ring, the Xenomorph, Max Cady, Bill, and Billy White, from Black Christmas, and Billy Chapman, and Jason, Patrick Bateman, Max Cady, technically Kevin McAllister, right here, or Henry Evans, Esther, Corky and Fats for Magic, and Palm of Voorhees, Michael Myers, Chucky, Leatherface, Ghostface, and Herbert West, Pennywise, and the brains, the trickster, and Dracula. I'm not talking about the Hotel Transylvania Dracula voiced by Adam Sandler. No, I'm talking about the 90s style version. So let's get started with red light, green light. I already know that the first clear winner has to be none other than the Shape himself, Michael Myers. Michael is just a champion at standing still, so he's easily going to win. Pinhead, I'm probably sure he wouldn't have too much of a hard time either, because look of how he walks. Yeah, I think he wins. Norman Bates, despite arguing with himself and not going to keep his cool for long, probably wouldn't have a hard time in this round either. John Kramer, despite having cancer, does know how to play games correctly. And surprisingly, the Xenomorph is just very balanced, almost, despite being in space. But I think it's time for some losses in this round. Starting off with the most obvious of the bunch, Jack Torrance. What do you want me to do? He just doesn't stand still at all, no matter what it is. Next elimination, I'm gonna say the most likely to panic, which is Leatherface. No offense, but I think he's more of a pansy a little bit. And I think we're gonna have to lose one more. I'm gonna say Billy from Black Christmas. No offensive moments, but I think he's just more of a shaky person like Jack. Okay, next is the honeycomb game. We already know that the first clear winner has to be none other than yet again Michael. Michael, despite being intensely strong, does have some gentle touch to him, so I think he's making it past this round. Chucky will likely want to keep his cool and take his time. The trickster probably will have an easy time too. Dracula is basically master of steady-handed, and that means that Pennywise makes it past as well because how delicate he holds his balloons. But I think it's quite obvious that we start off with the first elimination of this game, Jason. And that also means Palma's gang took him down as well. Which is, if Jason dies, then Palma's also out because she will likely go nuts if that happens. I'm gonna say Corky and Fats get out too. Because if Fats just stays on Corky's hand for the entire game, how is Corky gonna stand perfectly still carving the cookie anyway? Yeah, no, he's out. I had a problem with Wicked Binge's Disney Squid Game video. if Captain Hook died because he has a hook for a hand, why didn't he eliminate Candyman in the horror movie Squid Game? He has a hook for a hand too, and that's bad. Also, Brian, actually, Keith and Nosy, if you're while watching this, please fix that problem next time. Yeah, no, Candyman's out. I think we're just gonna have to lose one more. I'm gonna say that we're gonna take out, say Pumpkinhead. Well, I really don't know anything about him, and he's just gonna go shoot, and then just breaks the cookie automatically. And that's it for the honeycomb game. Now we're down to 22, I think. Just in time for the midnight brawl. All these guys are basically just gonna torture each other instantly. But I think the most obvious winner has to be Xenomorph. He's basically at the same level as Michael Myers. No way anyone's hiding from either of them. Freddy only picks off from people who sleep. But if people don't sleep, how's he gonna torture people? But even so, even without that ability, he's still very strong, despite his look. And the Leprechaun is just basically a Tasmanian devil. But I think the most obvious loss here has to be Angelica. She's just a normal old teenager with sociopassion. Same with Norman Bates right here, who I think will likely survive too. Who will do either Herbert West or Chucky. Henry is gonna survive. Same with her. Max Cady is just basically a powerhouse. But I must say that the next one out is going to be Billy Chapman. No doubt, because he failed when he tried to kill that old woman. It failed instantly. Sick bird. And I'm going to say that the last one to be eliminated will sadly be Carrie White. I mean, her kill count is nothing to go by. But she's just a regular old person just trying to live a happy life. That's it for the Midnight Brawl. I was going to eliminate Ghostface, but Ghostface does have some strong tensions in himself. Now it's time for Tug of War. Let's see how many people we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We're just going to have to lose half of our people. Starting off with the most obvious, Chucky. He's just one of the shortest contestants left in the game. Now, I think that's a downside of him. Henry is going to survive, same with her. I think that they likely form a team with others. Pennywise is capable of making terrible people freeze up in terror. And despite her size, we believe that this character will be one to psychically attack the other team, meaning Sadeko's safe. Freddy Krueger will likely team up and help the team with Michael right there at that. Annie Wilkes is sadly out here for her fitness amongst these other ones. The Leprechaun just doesn't stand a chance against other people. We're gonna have to eliminate the Trickster next, despite making it 10 sleep far. And we're also gonna have to eliminate Patrick Bateman. This guy is also out too. Captain Spaulding is definitely out in this run. And same with the Jin. Bazuzu's also out, despite making it intensely far in this game. And we're sadly going to eliminate him too. John Kramer as well. Damn, that's a lot of people to gang up on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're just going to lose one more then. In my bet, I'm going to say that we're going to have to eliminate Norman Bates. He has the element of surprise more than his strength, and that's not all too helpful in this round. There's 12 people left, and we're moving on to marbles, where we're going to lose another half of our people. Okay, now it's time to pair these guys. Oh, fuck. And these two are staying together. Freddy, who he could put up. Wait. I'm gonna say Michael, because, well, you know why. I do say Sadeko and Xenomorph being together, because they cannot talk. Henry Evans and Esther, because they're both children. Herbert West and Max Cady, because both of them are both smart and strong. And as for our remaining three, only one of them has to be the first one out of this one. And I'm going to say it has to be Dracula. Which means Ghostface is facing off against Pennywise. I say Dracula is kind of left out in this one because, I'm not gonna lie, he is pretty iconic, but I don't think he just makes the cut of anything. Okay, let's start off. Pinhead versus Tall Man. When it comes for mind games, both of them have the upper hand of everything. But I'm gonna have to give the edge to Pinhead. The Tall Man's smart, but just doesn't stand out. Michael versus Freddy. Well, Myers is notoriously tough to read, and will likely psych Freddy out just a little bit, and spell the hands of Myers to be just calm no matter the circumstances. Okay, that's my mistake. Let's get back to the list. Okay, let's read. Let's fix some stuff right here. That's better. Anyways, Xenomorph versus Sadeko. Honestly, basically, a giant alien from another planet versus a little child. I'm gonna say Xenomorph has the upper hand in this round. Max Cady versus Herbert West. Brains do defeat Brawn, so I think Max is out. Henry versus Esther. Henry's smart, and Esther's just a literal person who just wants to look her best. So Henry's definitely outsmarting her in this round. Now it's Ghostface versus Pennywise. The Master of Games versus Element of Surprise. I'm gonna say the Element of Surprise definitely beats out the joyful games. So our final six include Pinhead, Michael, Xenomorph, Herbert, Henry, and Ghostface. Which means we're headed to Glass Bridge, where we're gonna have to lose, yet again, another half of our people. So, who will likely go first? Probably Pinhead at this point, and followed by Xenomorph, Michael, Ghostface, Henry, and Herbert. We're gonna meet three people for the dinner table. Yeah, Pinhead's first out here for basically an order. Xenomorph is out too because of his heavy weight. But I think it's honestly hilarious how he's made it this far. And the final death, I think, is sadly gonna be Herbert West. No doubt, because Herbert just doesn't stand out against the final three. Now we have our final three. Michael, Ghostface, and Henry for the dinner table. And I think I already know how this is going to turn out. Henry's out. But hey, goddamn, he was the only other child to make it all the way to bronze. Which means we're down to our two famous horror icons, Michael Myers versus Ghostface. Actually, of the two, I would say that Ghostface would be the more aggressive, and Michael would just be the chill dude to defend. Honestly, out of the two, of endurance and versus element of surprise, I'm gonna say that the winner of this game happens to be Michael. Without a doubt, because Michael's just basically stronger at this point. Well, congratulations to Michael Myers. You have won this. You have won the Squid Game. Honestly, some of these were quite obvious at this point. But I think it's honestly good how some people managed to make it so far. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell to turn on notifications. See you guys later, and I'll see you guys next time.